Hello everyone, welcome to this stream again. My name is Aurélien and we will be talking about Fedora infrastructure applications today, as always. I haven't been able to be here last week, if I remember correctly, but yeah, that's all right. It's all right. All right, let me set this all up. Because I like to live on the edge, I usually upgrade my laptop right before the streams because craziness. And of course, this time there was an issue with, I think, sound somehow. So I tried to fix that. That's why I'm a little late. I hope the sound is okay and you can hear me properly. Okay, what do we have? All right, let me look at that. It seems to be moving correctly. I hope the sound is okay. So where is this? Ah, yeah, that's the chat. First, foreground, and yeah, I think that's okay. It's okay like that. All right, let me organize the desktop a little bit before I move to other things. Okay. Sorry, I'm just finishing this. All right. Okay, that seems correct. Okay, let me share my screen now so I can show you what we can work on. All right, you should see the screen right now. There's a chat on the right. Who's there? Some people. Some username that I recognize, some that I don't. It's all right. I'm gonna give you a few minutes to come in. Feel free to say something in the chat if there's something that if you just want to say hello, it's all right. And yeah, all right, let's wait a little bit. In the meantime, I have tea to drink, so it's all right. It's gonna be probably a different session this time because we have started, the Fedora organization has started the outreachy round for this semester. So outreachy is an organization that connects open source projects that have work to do and interns from all over the world that have that are interested in open source and want to contribute, and also want to do an internship in that field. So it's kind of a big thing, and Fedora has been an organization taking interns for years, because I think that the outreachy program started with the GNOME project, the desktop environment. I think it was called GNOME Outreach for Women at that time, or something like this. And yeah, so it's generalized to every to people who are discriminated in any regard, be it gender, but race also, etc., etc. So there's people from all backgrounds that are coming in, and that's pretty cool. But it's also a lot of people. So what is recommended and what we did with this time was to give them something to contribute to by pointing them at these easy fixes page, the one that I usually use for my streams. So there's a lot of easy fixes issues that have been assigned to people from outreachy. And so it's unlikely that I'm going to find something that we can work on today, but that's fine. We can probably go over all the issues that have been. I mean, that's one thing that we can do. We could go over all the issues that have been assigned and have a look at, do a review for all of them. Or if there's people from Outreachy in the chat, then please say so, say hi, and maybe ask me questions if you have any, and we'll find something to do. Oh yeah, there's one thing that I would like to finish, and that's the Mailman3 FedMessage project, Mailman3 FedMessage plugin. This one here, this issue 6, because it's starting to matter because we are currently moving our Mailman3 server to RHEL 9, which is going to bring a new set of not dependencies, but yeah, we'll have access to newer versions of Python. So we'll be able to finish that has been blocked by the fact that Mailman was currently running on a very old server. Also, last week I went on a trip to Brittany, pretty close to where I live, and I brought back a lot of cookies, so there's that. Okay. All right. Do we have people here that I know already? So there's been someone that wanted to work on this conversion to Fedora Messaging, and the Outreachy intern, well, not intern, but the Outreachy applicant that wanted to work on that used the live stream that I did when I worked on that first to propose something, and that's a good move because that's why I do these live streams. But for people to understand how things work. So I'm a little bit reluctant to finish that work today because then he would have to work on something else. But there's the pressing matter of people who are currently upgrading, well, moving Mailman to RHEL 9 in the infrastructure right now. So there is value in finishing that right now so they can use it. And yeah. On the one side, that there's the Outreachy applicant that wants to finish that, and on the other side, there are my colleagues who, they're not blocked by this, but if I miss this window of opportunity, they will move on to something else, and it's going to be much harder to get that taken into account and understood by people in my team. So yeah, there's an argument for finishing that today. Cheers to you. All right. So what else can we do? If we don't do that, what else do we have in store? Oh yeah, I have started looking at Tahrir and Fed. Well, Tahrir is easy, but Fed badges. Where is it? Where is Fed badges? It's not in here. That's weird. It should be. Anyway, started looking at that. Yeah. Started looking at Tahrir and Fed badges, see if we could port it to work on RHEL 9 because it's a big chunk of work and nobody really worked on Tahrir for years. So nobody really knows how it works, or Fed badges for that matter. And it's a big chunk of work to move Fed badges over to Fedora Messaging. I still don't know what we're going to do, but I will try. Well, I've tried evaluating how much work it would be to port it to Fedora Messaging, and if we can do that before RHEL 7 is end of life. I think the answer is yes. I think we can do it, but it will require some resources such as my time, which is in short amount. So I think I can do that before the end of RHEL 7, and that's June. But yeah. But it will still be worthwhile to rewrite the whole thing at some point, or at least Tarrier. It's still going to be in a framework that few people understand, and that's Pyramid. Well, that's not entirely true. I mean, we still have to manage Pyramid for Body, but that's also a reason why few people work on Body. Anyway, right. Don't I have Fed badges somewhere? I don't have Fed badges in there. That's weird. I thought I did. Anyway, so yeah, I could also work a little bit on Fed badges and try and port it to Fedora Messaging, but that's never going to be done during this session. It's actually a big chunk of work. It's only if people are very interested in looking at that I would do it. All right. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna finish the Mailman3 Fed message plugin thing that I did last time. I think that's still, it is worthwhile to finish that while people in the team are working on it. Okay, let me start VS Code. What is it? Oh yeah, I'm not used to that desktop layout. It's fine. It's all right. That is Mirror Manager that you're looking at currently, and that's definitely not what we're going to do. I've been working on Mirror Manager, refreshing it this past month now, and it's getting somewhere, so that's cool. I think we can have something. I think it's going to be ready for the RHEL 7 apocalypse. But yeah, there's a lot of work, and I would really like to compare the outcome of the crawl on the new version to the outcome of the crawl on the production version right now. And it takes time. It's just very long to iterate over all that, because it takes about 4 or 5 hours to finish the crawl for one category, usually like Fedora or CentOS or Apple. And yeah, it's long. Okay. Okay. New window. And let's start. It's probably not a recent file because I haven't worked on that for a long time. Okay. Fedora. It's probably in the fedmsg. What is the ordering of this thing? Makes no sense. Oh, yeah. Okay. So I have been working on that. Let me zoom in so you can read more easily. Okay, so I have been working on that. There's quite a few changes right now. That's the change in the plugin. I don't even remember where I was. I think I need to set the Py project properly. Sorry. Yeah, I need to set that properly with the correct dependencies. So that's 3.9 that we have here. What is the version that we have on RHEL 9? I think that's 3.9 as well. And my tox system is testing on, yeah, it does need to test on 3.8. 9, 10, 11, that's good. Yeah. PyTestCov is kind of deprecated, more or less. Well, not really, but the coverage author said that it's really unnecessary. I'm not sure I should use that, but okay. So, okay, poetry is definitely more widely used. Sorry, than it was before. Okay, all that is correct. Okay, let's try to run talks and see how that goes. No. Sorry, I'm gonna resize this so you can read it. And talks says that's what I have. Good. Oh yeah, what's the version of Python on Rel 9? I'm not sure. Do I have a Rel 9 around me? Yeah, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna assume it's Py 3.9. I think it's fair. Talks-e Py 3.9. Please show me how the tests go at the moment. Depends on Mailman. Above 3. Which doesn't match any version. Oh, yeah, okay. Poetry lock, please rebuild the log file. You know, in the unlikely event that someone who maintains poetry sees this, I really wonder what is the point of counting seconds. I mean, if it was the number of packaged installed over the total number of packaged of dependencies, then I would understand. If it was a percent of anything, I would understand, but just counting seconds? Why? Anyway, let's start over. Okay, it fails. Name mailing list is not defined. That is wrong. Okay, let me fix the test. It's probably a stupid error. In test plugin, line what? Line 9. That's probably going to be very easy. Let's see what we have. Tests and test plugin, line 9. Yeah, mailing. Yeah, of course, that's not defined. Where do you find that? That is the archiver class. Where do I have this? That may come from Mailman3 itself, no? It may be from Mailman's. Yeah, it may be from Mailman's models. I don't remember where they are. Oh wait, let me install it first. What's wrong? What is this? What is all this? It's trying to connect to secret storage. So it's requiring what, a password? What are you trying to do? Ah, that's weird, but anyway, probably something upon login that I haven't set. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm installing it with Poetry so that I can enable the virtual environment in VS Code, because VS Code here wants an interpreter, so I'm going to give it one. This one. Oh, by the way, I could test with Python 3.12 also, just because I have it. Anyway, let's go back to that. Okay, so Mailman Mailman has models, but I do not know where they are. No, they must be the in model. Yeah, that's where they are. I'm guessing mailing list. Okay. Right. That seems fair. Okay. So I'm going to just import it from here. From mailman.model import dot mailing list import mailing list from mailman.model dot message import mailing not mailing message. Okay. I don't think I actually need that, but that's fine. Message.py. So a message has a subject and a content. That is not correct. It's a mailing list message. So do we have a mailing list message here? Why do I do this? Of course, it's much easier to do that. Okay, so that doesn't exist. Fine. What has a subject and a content? Not a model. Okay, list name, mail host. Let me check that I'm actually looking at the right thing, because here I must have list name. Yeah, mail host. Yep. Check if QDN list name. I think that this is a property. It's a property. Okay, so I think I'm going to create dummy objects. Like not gonna import from Mailman, but just, you know, create data classes basically. Okay, I'm gonna do that. That's gonna be much easier. Okay. From data class, import data class. If you don't know what a data class is, it's a good time to ask. So mailing list, not def, sorry. So mailing list has a list name, that's a string. It has a mail host, that's a string as well. It has an FQDN list name, that's string again. It has a list ID, yep, that again, and a display name. All strings. Okay. Mailing list message that has a subject and a content. Okay, I think that's going to be sufficient. Let's try the tests now. Where are my tests? Where did they go? They are here. Ah. Ah. Could that be a dict? No. Let's look at Mailman, because I can figure that out. Let's look at Mailman and at the plugin mailing, the plugin interface, right? Right. What am I listening to? I'm an archiver. Okay, I want to implement the class archiver. That's the archiver is here. It has list, permalink, archive, message, and message is the message object. But what is the message object? Okay. Let me look at how it's called. The archiver is called with MSG copy. And MSG copy is, oh, all right, that's a dict. That is actually a dictionary. Okay, nice try. Let's try again. The mailing list is actually a dictionary, and the mailing list message is a dictionary as well. Let's see if that passes now. Not sure it has always been the case, but that's how it is right now. Oh, I'm wrong. That's definitely not a dict. That's an object. Sorry about that. Just the message itself is a dict, right? So there's an assertion error here. Ah, now we're talking. Okay. What's the difference? So I'm expecting, that's my body, and that's plus is good is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting none, and I'm getting archived that nothing. Okay, I'm expecting nones, and I'm getting, oh yeah. I was expecting an empty string and I'm getting none. Okay. That's fair. Wait. Delivered to? Delivered to is none as well. Okay. That's actually much better. I think the interface has evolved. That's good. And then And then what else? Ah, that is wrong though. I'm getting a none from the from. That's not good. You know, before I do that, yeah, that's not good. I'm getting none from the as the from, and it shouldn't be the from. Okay. What is the from? In self.keys. Okay. From, okay. And I'm giving it, yeah, I'm not giving it a, what is this test, by the way? Where does this come from? What is this thing? That's crazy. Okay, wait. Who worked on that? Who did that? This makes no sense. What is the difference here? So wait a minute. This makes no sense. Was there ever a test? Where does this test file come from? Because it seems entirely wrong. It seems somehow right, but also very wrong. I don't know where that comes from. I see that there was an attempt to port it to Fedora Messaging before. Text of the license, thank you very much. Yes, I know what it is. That's the schema. That's the test. No? Yes, that's the test. Well, of course that couldn't work. Okay, you know what? I'm going to looks like I started this branch over. I'm not sure really what I did. So what were the changes? I'm going to try to merge this. Oh, that's weird. Who did this? I did, apparently. I did that in 2019. Okay. You know what? What I'm going to do? There's a lot of those changes here. It's not big, so I'm going to try to use the other branch and port it over. Okay. All right. The difference in those two files, 3 files, sorry, I'm going to keep that as new try.patch. Okay. I'm going to stash all that. Move to the Fedora Messaging branch. There's a lot of stuff here. See if I can reapply it. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff. Okay, the tests should be in the top directory, right? It shouldn't be in Mailman3 fedmsg plugin /tests. That's not good. And so I'm going to move this test here. Yes, move it, and remove this directory, because we don't need to ship it with the code. Right, so what is the, oh, that's a gigantic part that I no longer need, thank you very much. Well, okay. Well, we don't need to do all this boilerplate code here, or boilerplate license thing with SPDX, it's easier now. Anyway, so from mock import, yeah, that's old. Okay, so what should I do to switch that to something that is more what Fedora Messaging could understand? Well, that's where it comes from. Anyway, so that's a fake domain. Okay, I could do that with data classes now. We don't need that anymore. That's old. We don't need to do that. That's my fake domain, and it just has mail hosts as a string. Well, no, not really. If I want to keep the same, yeah, you're right. I want to keep the same API. So it's domain that becomes mail host. Okay, that's all right. Same for fake list. Okay. I don't want to use test cases like this anymore. Not with PyTest. We don't do that anymore. So I'm gonna just have layer. Nah. Layer. What's that? Testing layers? That seems like an old stuff. Nah, don't want to use testing layer. No. No, thank you. And that goes away as well. Okay. I don't even remember what that is. Anyway, so it's a setup function, so that becomes a fixture in PyTest. Import PyTest, and that becomes, what does it do? Blah, blah, blah. Config, that's a config file. Is that my configuration file? Okay, mailman config. So mailman config. I'm creating a tempter. Okay. And I will remove that, but not now. I need to move the cleanups together after the yield. Okay. Config.push. Yeah, that's not true. That's not right. What is this? Okay, that's trying to. So push is config is mailman's config, right? Okay. Create the archiver. Oh, you know, that's part of the test. That's no longer part of the. Yeah, that's another fixture in this case. Okay, archiver. It requires mailman config. By test fixture. Okay, I create this archiver. Not really sure that I need to do all that. I don't need to do all that really. Okay, let's try this one. Test irrelevant API. It requires an archiver. So I'm going to have the archiver be just this. Give me an archiver, fine. So I can do assert archiver is none. Oh yeah, I need the mailing list. I test that fixture and config. Sorry, def mlist, and that requires this. So I need my archiver and I need mlist as well. So if I do assert archiver list URL is none, okay. Assert archiver.permalink of lists and get message, that's going to be a fixture as well. And I'll call it MSG. So mlist MSG is none. All right, now let's test the archive message function. I need the archiver. Okay, I need to patch. Do I need to patch anything? No, I don't need that. I need caplog. That's the fixture provided by provided by PyTest that's going to patch all the loggings method to give me what I want, basically. Archive message mlist.msg, that's fine. Now I can do, oh yeah. There is a new API that we can use from from Fedora Messaging.testing import with us. No. Sorry, what can I import? Mocksense, that's the thing. So here I can do a, well, first let me remove all that. I don't think that's necessary anymore. Okay, I can just do a with mocksense. That's going to be the list of expected messages. I can just put yeah. From Fedora Messaging.api import message as FM message. That's the Fedora Messaging message. There's, yeah, we're dealing with a mailing list here, so there's messages all over the place. Hey Crossbow, I see you here. All right. So with Mocksense, we need an FM message, right? We expect to send one as sent messages. And I'm archiving the message. Just lurking, no worries, that's fine. Lurking is okay. So I know that I'm going to have published a message, and I just want to make sure that I'm sending a valid message. Sent. Although I'm sure that it's been validated as part of being sent, so I think it's going to be alright. My sent message is the first one in sent messages, and I want to assert that the topic okay, and I would like to do the rest, the same thing for the rest. Am I going to be able to do that easily, or is it going to be a pain? I don't know yet. Let's try. Yeah. Have to cheat a little bit, but that's fine. Okay. And now I want to check my messages. Caplog dot messages, maybe? Len of caplog messages equal 1. I've only created one log. And I want to make sure that I'm at level. So how do I do that? Let me check the documentation. PyTest. Thank you. I want to check caplog fixture. Capture log messages. That's perfect. It's records. assert that logged message dot level name. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Perfect. And I suppose logged message dot what text? No, message. Huh. Publishing dummy to it's probably going to fail, but that's fine. I'll change it. Okay, that's one test. Let's try another one. We don't have so many, so it should be all right. So test archive message errors, that's fine. I'm gonna need archiver, mlist, msg. Ah, no, that's a different thing. I want the publishing to fail. Right, so I actually need to patch things. Uncaplog. With patch, was that API? I think it was API. Yeah, it was API. Let me get back to that. So I'm patching this, and I want to api.publish.side effect. Yeah, I'm patching it to fail and archiving the message. All right. I would like to check that assert fmapi.publish.callCount is 1. Assert, I should actually do it the other way. Assert call once. That's how you do it. Okay, and now I want to make sure that I have a log in the exception level. So, making sure that I have critical. I think that's critical. Publishing dummy on failed. Oh yeah, and yeah, well. Okay. I think that should be correct. I'm going to test that anyway. And last one, same stuff, same arguments, so same fixtures. Maybe not caplog. Yeah, I'm not using it. All good. And I have my, oh, the mlist is actually different. That's fine. archive message, and I want to make sure that, yeah, okay, so that's the mock sends. I want to make sure that I didn't publish any message. Mock sends is empty. Up there you go. Make sure that I'm not sending any message. All right, you know what? Let's test this. But before we do that, I would like to compare. So this test plugin is going to be dropped. It's all good. Let's rename it for now. I would like to compare the changes that I did to this one to the changes that... Yeah, that's wrong. I'm gonna need to change that. That's all okay. It's okay. It's okay. To my message, my file that I had before that, which was, where is it? Oh yeah, of course it's gone. Open that to the side. Yes. Okay. So that's what I did in my previous batch. That's documentation changes. It's all right. Then this. I need back off. I need to bring that back. That's pretty cool. Let me tell you, back off is really nice. Okay. I've moved things to the README. That's all right. So, yeah, Mailman interface archiver. I need to keep that one. Configuration, though, do I need that anymore? Missing configuration file error. Okay, I guess. Sorry, okay, I guess. Right, there's this back off on exception that I would like to keep because it's pretty cool. So, and it's going to be api.publish, of course. And those I'm keeping as well. And message is actually api.message. That's all good. Okay. Okay, I'm keeping that. Mailman3, yeah, that's forwards. Fed message to the Fedora Messaging. Well, let's be consistent. Okay, I don't need the init anymore. Am I correct? Well, actually, that's all handled. Okay, that is where the loading of the configuration file happens. Hey Eclipseo, nice to meet you. So this is where the loading of the configuration file happens. I'm going to collapse that so we have more space. Why do I do this? External configuration, nah. Nah, really? Nah. Nah, not at all. I'm going to use the configuration that I get from Fedora Messaging, right? Or nah, I'm going to use the one that I get from Fedora Messaging. That's much better. So it's from here. From Fedora Messaging import conf as fmconf. What are we working on? That's a good question. So I am working on porting. So, you know, on Fedora we have mailing lists, and those mailing lists are bridged to the Fedora Messaging bus. with a plugin called Mailman3 fedmsg plugin. And that plugin is basically a hook that plugs into Mailman and forwards messages coming in to Fedora Messaging, simply. And I have started working on that before. In a previous stream, I have started working on porting that plugin to Fedora Messaging instead of fedmsg, which was the case before. And I haven't finished that work because the Mailman is currently running on a pretty old server, on RHEL 7, and that the versions of Python that we had there was pretty old, Python 3.4 to be precise. But some of my colleagues are currently working on moving that to a RHEL 9 server that has much more recent versions of Python, namely Python 3.9. So I could now have the dependencies that I need, so I'm going to complete this port of the plugin. Yeah, most of the work has been already done, but it's been done so long ago that I need to get it back into my memory. So we'll have that, that's going to be done, and that's currently exactly what my colleagues need because they're currently moving the thing, so it's really on point to do right now. All right, so I'm using the Fedora Messaging configuration, and not that. It's called, I don't need to do load, nah. Excluding, yeah, I don't need to do that. I need to get excluded lists, that's the thing. So my list of excluded lists is this, and I don't need the load config with all this complexity. Nah, I don't need that at all. Okay. So Fedora Messaging has its own configuration. I'm reusing that. I'm not sure it's actually better because wouldn't it be better to put all this in the same? Nah, it's fine. Always wondering if things could be done a little bit better. That's my thing. All right. Okay, so list URL and permanent URL are still going to be none because it doesn't actually archive things. It just forwards it to somewhere else. Archive message, that's where the gist of it is. What I'm doing right now is I'm checking that it's not in my configuration. That is fine. Make message. That is interesting. What is make message? Right. It's getting the metadata. Okay, so what I call format here is what I called toString before. Let me check that it's the actual same function. Where is my toString? toString? Do I have you? toString? Oh no, I don't have it. Oh, wait. It should be there. Maybe I made a typo. Oh, that's the one that was called format here. Yeah. Where's my format thing? Ah, that's the one. Return string if value else value. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. That's just returns none if it's just able to understand the none. That's it. Am I employed by Red Hat for this? Or this is coming to work? It's during my work day right now. So I would say that it's it's part of my work for Red Hat. So I'm employed by Red Hat to work on Fedora infrastructure. And my work is mostly around the applications that we have in Fedora infrastructure. Of course, the difference between Red Hat work as employed by Red Hat and community work is kind of blurry because it's kind of blurry because I'm working on the same thing when I'm a community member and when I'm an employee of Red Hat. So it's not the difference isn't very clear. The only relevant metrics I would say to answer that question is it's during my work day. It's my work hours. So that's it. So here I have, oh yeah, okay, that's basically the exact same thing. Okay, toString. Okay, that's good. Let's keep it. For K in serve.message header. Okay. Message headers. That's the message headers that I want. Okay. If the message header is in, okay, that's good. It's all right. Here I'm getting the list metadata, wrongly called LST metadata. That's stupid to remove just one letter like this, but yeah, it's all right. I'm getting, here I'm getting the attributes, okay, and that's from my list of attributes that is in mlistprops. Mlistprops is list name, mail host, fqden list name, list ID, display name. That's good. It's actually better than what I had before. Cool. And then I'm returning a message, an instance of my schema. That's good. Body equal dict of msg equal metadata, mlist equal lst metadata. Is that what I still want? My body is a dict of those two. Yes, I suppose it is. Yep. And topic is mailman.receive. I suppose that's set in the schema. And I'm doing now a safe publish instead of publish. So the send to AMQP is not, it's safe publish now. All the handling, all the messages, like the handling of the exception, it's all handled by backoff. Right? Well, it's just doing API.publish, so I'm going to move the debug log above. All right. Hey, Lissab, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. All right. My debug log is here, and I'm going to add a handler for backoff so that it logs what I want it to log, basically. Okay. How do you do handlers? That's a good question. I don't remember. Retry handler. I know it's something like this. I have added that to something recently that was probably, what was it? Could it have been Mirror Manager? Probably not. Let me check what I have on other projects. I think FMN has something like this. Right, it would be there. Okay, there's a handler here. Let me just copy that for now. Publishing message failed, retrying. Oh, I need traceback. Well, not really. Do I need traceback? What? Nah, I don't need traceback. That's going to be hard to test. That's a bit of a pain. Or do I have the exception in backoff? Let me check the docs. Because there's a lot of information in there. Yeah, of course, I'm looking for exception. That's going to give me a ton of things that are unrelated to what I'm looking for. Yeah, okay. Should I do something like this? Nah, I don't need the trace back. I don't need the entire trace back. I'm going to add the name of the exception though, so that we can understand what's going on. And I'm going to also add a give up handler. Same thing. Okay, and now backoff needs to be called with this. On backoff and on give up. All right. I mean, handler, really. Are we trying to save keystrokes that bad? Anyway. Okay. Seems fair. Seems correct. And send to MQP is then dead. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to check that. Okay, I need to change the place where I've put my my schema. Mailman schema, that's not really good. So what are we working today? We are finishing the port of the Mailman3 to Fedora Messaging plugin. Well, we're finishing the port of that of the fedmsg version of it to Fedora Messaging. And the reason we're doing that is that people are currently working on moving Mailman3 to RHEL 9 in the infrastructure. And so they are needing this plugin to be ported, basically. So I'm doing it right now because I know what my dependencies are. I used to do that. I've done that before on another live stream, but I was blocked by the age of the dependencies on RHEL 7. It was running on Python 3.4. That's really, really old now. And the new version of the version of Python in RHEL 9 is 3.9, unless I'm mistaken. And that's perfectly sufficient. So I'm finishing that port. But it's a bit bigger than I initially thought, because porting the plugin is fine. I'm going to test it. Thanks. But there's the schema also. So I want to have a new schema. So here's name Mailman schema, but that's really not right. It should be called, I can call it just schema, by the way. It's going to be a subdirectory where there is a new, yeah, it's going to be a different package. Okay, so I wonder if Poetry would be capable of installing it from the directory itself. That would be cool. Fedora Messaging schemas, that's not right. It's not going to be named that. How is it called, really? Yeah. Right, there's a subdirectory called Mailman. No, we don't want that. Gonna move the tests in the main part of it. Right, because I'm wondering. Yeah, let's rename that. Mailman3. That's a bit too early. Fedmsg plugin schema. And I should code that schemas with an S, I suppose. Ah, okay. No, that's right. Why is there a subdirectory called Mailman? You know, it looks like, yeah. What is in this directory? Yeah, that's okay. Move it, and the directory Mailman can be empty. Okay, we're getting there. That's empty, that's all right. The setup, yeah, I'm going to move that to poetry, but later. And there are, okay. And now in poetry, I'm going to add this new, oh yeah, no, I can't do that right now. First I need to make sure that my name matches. Fedora Messaging Mailman schema, that's bad. Well, yeah, that's really not how we want that to be named, because we don't want the Fedora Messaging prefix necessarily. So Mailman3 fedmsg plugin schemas. Okay, let's keep it that way. That should work. And now yeah, that's the path is wrong now. It's now called Mailman3 fedmsg plugin. Oh, well, there's a message v1 and a message v2. Why is there two messages? I do not know. That is wrong. Right. Test suite goes away. Anyway. Yeah, I'm going to remove all that. It's fine. So that's the setup. Let's see if poetry can install it. So I have this schemas directory. Okay, right. Poetry, add. What can it understand? A name and a constraint. A directory. Okay, that's good. Schema. Do it. Okay, fine. So it understands that. That's cool. The join Apache Tapestry 451 from 2006. Oh yeah. I mean, it's always the struggle between the developers who want the latest and greatest, and the sysadmins who wants the oldest possible thing that has been debugged by years and years of field usage, you know. And yeah, sometimes we have to find somewhere some ground in between. All right, by project. Yes, that's good. But oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, good. Thank you. And now let's try the tests. Oh yeah, one more thing. Here, my path to the schema is probably very, very wrong. Yes. France. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, they are making the headlines these days. So for the people who haven't followed that, there's a very large government server that has been hacked, and there's a lot of data that has been, let's say, siphoned out of the server. It's bad. It's like really bad. I'm going to remove that. I'm just going to keep that, and Yeah, I know that's there's gonna be someone's definitely going to be unhappy with this, and that is rough. Imported but unused, this of course disabled for this line. There you go. Okay, Mailman3 for message plugin schema. Okay. Yeah, it can be resolved because you haven't updated your dependencies, but you need to do that again. Nice. Cool. Okay, let's try the tests now. Mailman schema is not a value, it's a requirement. Oh yes, it's likely to be entirely wrong. Yes, yes, my tox.ini and tox.ini is probably, oof, by 3.5, oof, that hurts. That's very wrong. That's the new value. Do I need diff cover? I don't think I do. I don't need diff cover. Get away. Isolated build, definitely. Scheme missing interpreter, sure, why not? So data for test env. That's the consequence of having poetry. And that's my actual line. Patron by test, cov append. Why cov append? I don't think so. Can remove that. Use develop? No, I don't think so. Depths? No, definitely not. Oh, I can keep that documentation. Why no upgrade? Well, that's a good question. In the lint, that's the lint. Okay, let me try that again. Yes, I need to rebuild this. Or maybe I made a typo. That's entirely possible as well. Wow. They were running Java in debug mode on the production servers. Yep. Not good. Definitely not good. Okay. No, that's a bad mistake to make. I mean, there are bad mistakes to make, and that's a very bad one. Ouch. Oh yeah, plugin schemas, that's it. No, that's correct. Mailman3, fed message, plugin schemas. Huh. So, why can you not resolve it? Wait. So this sometimes I write what I think is really complicated C++ with a lot of calculus implementations and weird class inheritance, and then I see you writing Python and understand none of it. High-level languages elude me. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess we can be experts at everything, right? Yeah. I suppose that's true. Is it that schema? Nah. What's going on in here? I may have made a mistake when... Where did it install it? Could it install it as only? Oh. Trying to install, please. Would that work? Maybe that doesn't work. Maybe that's the path option in poetry that isn't doing what I wanted to do. Sorry, let's see. I'm going to delve into this a little bit. Well, it's supposed to have installed it, but where? Underscore editable. What is this? Yeah, sure. Do you mean that's what it's in Tox? That's why I couldn't find it? Nah. Nah. Where is it installed? So I don't know what this thing does, but maybe I'm mistaken. Sorry. Let me get this. Let me look at the documentation for poetry, because I may be mistaken in how it works. Command, add. Constraint, okay. Local directory of file. That's what I'm doing, right? Okay. Before Poetry, path dependencies were installed ineligible by default. Fine, I can do that. Let's say I want that in development and Poetry install again. Oh yeah, sorry. Poetry lock. I need to rebuild the lock file because I have just changed something. Okay. Can I import what I want to import? I can't import it. So it's installed, but it's not imported? That's weird. But it's not importable? How is it? That seems wrong. It seems wrong. That's all my, yeah, it's editable thing here. Yeah. That is weird. How does this work? How does this work? I feel like I'm hitting a Poetry bug maybe. What if I'm doing this? I might be hitting a Poetry bug. So rebuild the log file, install it. And I still can't import it. Okay, this is starting to be a little bit annoying. Okay. Before I do that, I'm gonna have to port that to Poetry anyway. So I'm gonna do that right now. Copy this file to here and compare this file to the setup.py. That is the existing, okay. So I'm now calling it schemas, thank you. Version is 0.0.1. Okay, description is this. I am still the author. LGPL. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine for now. Home page doesn't change. Dependencies, okay. Fedora Messaging, yes. The rest, no. Dev dependencies? Yeah, I suppose so. Build system doesn't change. Okay, that's all good. I'm going to remove... yeah, I need this. So it's called tool.poetry.plugin, and I'm going to put that here. Oh yeah, .plugin dot Fedora Messages. And it's mailman.message v1. Oops, sorry. Mailman.message v2. Yeah, that's wrong. Field message plugin schemas. Dot schemas. Not dot schemas. Not dot schemas at all. Message v1 and message v2. Okay. I think that's correct, and I think I can drop this. Right, because platforms really, I don't care. Keywords. Keywords. Maybe keywords. No. That should probably be a list. Fedora Messaging. Yeah, Fedora Messaging, I think that's sufficient. Okay. Do I need anything else? Author, yeah. I'm gonna own that because after all, I wrote it, so I should get the bugs. Okay. All right. Now that we have this, let us get rid of the setup.cfg. Well, yeah, setup.py at least. Setup.cfg is... No, I can have that in pipe projects.tyml. Flake 8, I suppose I can configure that. Isn't it configured in pipe project already? Oh, I don't use Flake 8 anymore. Right. And this, coverage RC. Yeah, I suppose. No, that. No, let's drop it. Okay, let's drop it. The tox is probably going to be extremely wrong. Yes, for the same reasons as before. Diff cover can go away, and all this is going to need a do-over. Isolated build goes back. Cover goes away, and the linting is done now with black and rough. Okay, that's more like it. Okay, so now I have this. Rebuild the log file. Let's see if file tree install works like this. Ah, additional properties are not allowed. Plugin. Maybe it's plugins. That seems better. It seems happier. Okay, it's installed. Okay. Yeah, I don't have this weird editable thing anymore. And I have the PTH. Okay, I think that's going to be better. Ah, yeah, that works. Okay, cool. All right. Let's try the talks now. So it was failing because... Rebuild, please. It was failing because it was trying to install something that is managed by setup tools, and it had issues with this apparently. Ah, I know. I run test. That's much better. Language manager. What is all this? Component lookup error. Language manager. Huh. Huh. That's the config.push that I'm doing. Am I really needing that? I'm not even sure I need that actually. Okay. Let's go back to this. I do not think that I need to do this. I think that this is not necessary. And I think that's not necessary either. What I need is I need to patch. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that's all. This is wrong. Okay, this is all wrong. What I need is a Fedora Messaging configuration file. And I have one. It's right here. Well, I think I do. I think I have one. Yes. So, yeah, that's all. That's definitely not needed. Okay, I don't need this entire thing actually. All good. It's going to be much simpler. Okay. With patch dot.dict, I think. fmconfig. And the dict is going to be I called it fmconfig, right? Or maybe I didn't. That's where it is. fmconf. Okay. That's So fmconf, and I'm patching in to say consumer config. Oh yeah, that's consumer config. That's the one that I want to patch. And I want it to say excluded lists. Point that to, is that a string or that's going to be a list? That's going to be a list, right? I should have the list ID in there. Correct. Okay. I am patching my dictionary. Yeah, all good. So what's failing this time? Fixture self not found. There's still a self? Oh yes. Oh yeah, that's wrong. Of course that's wrong. Please do it again. Okay. What's going on here? List indices must be... wait, what? So it says self._config is a list. What's _config? No, in here. Oh yeah, of course. That's of course entirely wrong. Of course. And my consumer config, in case I want something, in case I want to add more configuration values in there, I'm gonna keep it here. Let's try again. Okay, some things start to pass. Other things fail, so that's good. Non-type object is not subscriptable. Yes, that may be something that I haven't published yet. That's a small change that I did that I haven't published yet. I think I didn't publish it yet. That's a way to get the messages from the mock sends decorator. Well, not decorator, but context manager. I think I haven't published that yet. Yeah, kind of annoying. I should make a Fedora Messaging release just for that. That's right. I mean, let me check that I'm not making a mistake here. Fedora Messaging, testing, mock sends. It yields nothing. Yeah, it yields nothing. That's a bit too bad. Huh. So how do I know? Well, I'm just gonna have to ignore that for now. No, that's too bad. I mean, that's not good. I should just make a Python, a Fedora messaging release just for that, actually. You know what? I'm gonna do that right now. That seems a bit like a bad idea, but what's in my log? Okay, fixed integration test, better prevent invalid bodies. Put branch of my own, yes. Okay. Okay, it's up to date. Cool. Git tag. Git log one line v341 to now. Woohoo! That's a lot of stuff. Now that can be right. Sorry, what's move to poetry? Wait, what? Oh yeah, there's a move to poetry that has been done. Okay, so there's actually quite a bit of things in waiting. What's in use? Okay, there's actually quite a bit of stuff. Poetry run town crier draft. Well, build draft. Oh. Oh, okay. So just town crier. Oh. Okay. I am using town crier, right? So by project, it is there. It's in my dependencies. What's this? Maybe I haven't refreshed my environment. That's entirely possible. Yes, that's probably the reason. Let's try again. Wait, what? What the hell is going on? Oh, it failed. No module name pip. What's going on in here? What is this? Oh, it's an optional. Maybe I should have a look at that. It should definitely be in my dependencies. What's wrong? What is wrong with this? Oh, something. Okay. C11 plus. Okay. C11 plus, what's this? Oh, CC1 plus, what's that? Wait, what? What is this? I'm totally rabbit holing into something. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised that I didn't have C++ compiler already installed on my machine. That is very surprising, but possible. Okay, and now it fails because what? Oh, hey. Oh yeah, okay. I have two different environments, one on Python 3.11, one on Python 3.12. Maybe that's mixing things up. Hopefully it's going to work this time. If not, yeah. Maybe that's not ready for Python 3.12. I'm surprised, but I mean, possible. Can I just select a version of Python right here? Compile. I'm a bit lost. What is going on here? Why can't I install it? What is this greenlit error that I'm having? So I have opened a ton of parentheses and I need to close them now. Wait, what? Okay, so it fails on Python 3.12. Oh, so maybe I need to update. Okay. I may need to update that dependency. So I get support for Python 3.12. Okay. Let's do this. Cheers. 202. Am I like stuck on an old version of Greenlet because... Oh, that's possible. It is possible. What's the latest version that they have? .3.03. Oh yes, that is why. Okay, I'm pretty sure that my requirements... Oh, that's bad. So I'm trying to be compatible with very old versions of Python, since I'm only depending on Python 3. I'm depending on Python 3.6 only. And I think that this prevents me from upgrading. Oh, that's actually very wrong, but it's fine. That prevents me from upgrading dependencies which fail with newer versions of Python. Okay, that's definitely not something that I can handle right now, but I need to think about it. Okay, so let's go back to my previous thing, which was I would like to know the messages, but okay, let's ignore it for now. Let's just ignore it for now. So I'm not going to test that this sends message, right? Let's just say that I want to test that as a topic equal this. Can't type. And right now, that's gonna have to do. Let's try the tests. I need to take care of Fedora Messaging. I've been putting this off for a while and should really get back to it. Right, assert Mailman3. Okay, that is wrong because my message here should be v1. Oh, okay. Okay, there wasn't a v1. Okay, it wasn't specified in the topic. Okay, it's good that I tested it actually. That helped me found a real error that I would have assumed wrong. Try again. Oh, I know. I'm gonna test the entire thing. Yes. So I'm gonna do something like this. Expected, yeah, I know. So expected body equal this. Okay. Let's try again now. See how you like it. So what's wrong in there? It's hard to compare. The message ID is right. The message ID hash is right as well. because it's hash. So, of course, duh. Date is correct. So the only difference is the message ID, like the ID of the Fedora message, and that's expected to be different. Because it's random, it's a UID. Am I actually comparing those? I'm surprised. Am I actually comparing those? What's the documentation for this? Testing the body. Yeah, it shouldn't test the ID. It shouldn't try to compare the ID really, because there's no way that could work. Or is there a comparison mechanism in messaging? Let me try and debug that quickly. See if I can get some information in there. That's my headers, okay. Mailman message v1, sent at blah blah, severity 20, priority 0. Ah, that's wrong. Base.message, of course that's wrong. Or maybe not. That's what I received, right? And the expected one. Yes, of course, that's wrong. That's not correct. That's not the right class, actually. I'm not testing. I was right to try and debug this because I found an actual issue. I'm expecting not just a Fedora message. I'm expecting a message v1 instance. Try again now. Okay, so what's wrong this time? Oh, it passed. Nice. Nice. Where is it? Here. Ah, I'm happy about this. That's much better. Okay, so it passed and it failed when examining the logs. That's fine. I was kind of expecting it to be wrong anyway. Yes, I need to set the logging level, and now I had that in the documentation for this. Caplog.setLevel, that's it. So I'm doing this here. Logging.debug. And where's logging? Import logging, set the cap log, and try again. Ah. Okay. Eight. I was expecting not so many, but that is right. Yes, okay. I want, yeah, I'm getting a lot of logs, obviously. What I want is the one from the mailman.archiver. Yes. That's my tests. And dot name, maybe? What maybe name? So length of log. Oh. Try again. So I'm trying to isolate the log from my own plugin and not all the others, because I don't want to test the rest. I just want to test mine. Ah, that's better. Mailman.receive. That's much better. Publishing dummy to mailman.receive.v1. And that's probably wrong. I suppose it's going to be yes. That's better. Okay. Let us try again. This test should pass now. Ooh, only one failed. That's much better. Okay. And I get a runtime error that I'm not catching. Yes, because I'm not catching any error right now. I need this not to run, not for a runtime error. I want something else. I want one of the replayable errors from Fedora Messaging. So from Fedora Messaging dot exceptions import connection exception, maybe. That seems better. That seems good. And I am going to patch this to be a connection exception. There you go. Let's try again now. Let's see what it says. It should probably fail as well, because it's trying again, right? There's traceback object right here. Not good. That is not what I'm interested in. I don't want the traceback. I want just the exception. That's here. Exception info. What's in exc info? So it's in sys. It's in the sys module. Sys, and it's called exc info. Okay. Type of and E to traceback. Okay. I suppose that's correct. Let's just print the type of the error so that we know what's going on. And I can anticipate that things are going to fail. Oh, and how do I catch this? Yeah, that's probably something in backoff to catch the latest exception. Give up. Return a truthy value if the exception should not be retried. Okay, so I want my exception not to be propagated, so return true. Let's try the test again. Because if we've done quite a few changes, let's try them. Okay. Archive message, it fails. It has logged quite a few things in between. Yes, how do I prevent it from logging? It was doing logger equal none. Thank you, that's what I want to do. I don't want you to log, I only want to log my own stuff. Okay, and it says that returning a truthy value will swallow the exception, right? Oh, if it shouldn't be retried. Raise on give up, that's the thing, that's what I want. Raise on give up equal false. Oh, we'll do it. Yeah, it'll end up being correct. Okay, now we can do that. Oh yeah, and in my test, I'm gonna anticipate the problem with the logs. Okay. Logged message. And I'm sure there's going to be more than one. There's going to be like 3, I suppose. Okay. Expected publish to have been called once, called 3 times. Yes. Yes. Correct. That's correct. That's how it should be. It should be called 3 times. This part is correct. Now, yes, I expect to have 3 logs. Okay. The first 2 are logged at what warning level? I think so, right? And the other one is at error level. 0, 1, 2, sorry, 2. Let's try again, see how that goes. Oh. Yes, I need to be more helpful in there. Details. I did close it. I know I didn't close it. What's details? Args. Perfect. Args. That's my function. Okay. So I want to have something that says publishing blah 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 to blah 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 failed. Publishing R or dash S to R failed. Okay, and I want message dot what was it? Body dot message ID, I suppose. What's in the message? Message dash ID? Message dot message underscore ID. Yes, that's the thing. Message dot topic. Okay. And same stuff here. Okay, those messages are going to be much more informative. And message, that's still the same thing. Okay. I can expect this to be quoted, I think. Oh yeah, and there's one that says retrying and the other one that says giving up. Right? Retrying. And it doesn't have any parenthesis. And that's okay, that's it. All right, let's try it. Okay, what do I have this time? Pushing them into Mailman3 failed, retrying. Class, okay. Yes. I'll just put it here. It's all good. Yeah, I know you don't need to be a format string if you don't have anything to format. I'll fix it. What about now? What do you say? Okay, what is it this time? Retrying. Wait, what? No. Wait, what? Connection exception. That's not what is logged? What is logged? What is it? What is it that's logged? Oh, yes, you have an instance, like you have class blah 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 connection. Ah, you get a class. You don't get the name. Or should I try to get the instance then? Like... What appears if I do this? It's gone. Wait, what? Why would it be gone? Is that any better? Not entirely sure what I'm doing right now. Class type, yeah, okay. Or maybe this. Maybe that's the class that I'm getting. Yeah, because the class of a class is type, so. Oh, that's it. Okay, that's good. I don't care about the parentheses at the end, so I'm gonna remove those. Would it pass now? I wonder. Oh, passed. Okay, that's good. So all tests pass. My coverage is still pretty low, and that's probably because a lot of things in my schema is wrong. Let me clean up things first. So I'm gonna keep that because one day I will have this published. I don't have it right now, but one day I will have it, so I'm gonna keep that. Pylint, disable protect. No, thank you. I don't want to disable that. I don't need those. I do not need this anymore. I don't need that anymore. Okay, in my schemas, yes, I'm not testing v2, that's why. But, I mean, is there any v2 at the moment? I mean, would it be useful to have a v2, or what's the point? Flattens the message into a single object backwards, but incompatible for any users that make use of the properties. Oh, I think that's not really extremely useful. Yeah. Drop dead. That was part of the example, but it's not really something that I want to use. Mailman message schema. Okay, what happens if I run the tests again? My coverage should be much better. And it is not, because there's an error. Oh yes, yes. Yes, of course, that's gone. No, where is it? Yes, that's gone. This one is gone. This one doesn't exist, and as a result, this one doesn't exist either. Okay. And I saw a ton of comments that I need to get rid of. Where was this? Here? Was it here? Was it here? No. Yes. Actually, it is not a Mailman config at all. It is the Fedora Messaging config. Okay, 2 failed. Has no attribute message v2. Who tries to import message v2? Yeah, well, I know, right? Yeah, I need to rebuild the environment because I changed something in the PyProject.yml. That was expected. Okay, my coverage is a little bit up. It's still not great. It's still not great. I suppose I am not testing all the APIs, right? I would be testing that if I could extract the. I would be testing it if I could get the message from Moxsense. That's a bit of a problem. Then I will be able to test the API, right? Oh, let's do it separately. I need none of that. Maybe I need MSG. Let's be honest. Maybe I don't need MSG. All right. I need nothing actually. That will let me test some parts of the API. Cool, I can see what's missing. What the fuck is this? Message did not implement sender property. That's stupid. Who did this? Maybe I did. That's definitely not something that you want in your base message. Yeah, I mean, no. No. That's not how you do things. You raise a not implemented error if you want to. You don't return a bogus thing that will just... I mean, we have exceptions for those things. And really, it's not very necessary, to be honest. Never mind. And string. Oh yeah, I would like to get string indeed. I need to test usernames, definitely. I want to test usernames. That should be in 2. Do I have 2? There is a bit of hard coding in there. That's not very pretty, but it'll test what I want to test. No, not dash R. All right, I'm gonna have to redo it again. 10 to 6 around here, so almost 10 to 6. Well, a little bit after 5:45. Okay, my coverage has definitely gone up a lot. It's now green. But is there something very important that I actually need to test? List ID. I want to test that. List ID. Yeah, I'm not testing it. List ID should be lists dot. No, that's what it should be. Okay. Is reply to, yeah, I'm not testing that, am I? Oh, the summary. Huh. Yeah, I should definitely test the summary. No. That's gonna fail now because I've put a bogus summary just to see what I'm actually outputting. Oh, oops. Expected colon after conversion specifier. Well, that's definitely wrong. My format is bad. Could that be? I would be not very surprised, but let's have a look. Where is it? TMPL? What's TMPL? Okay. So, dot format and self.subject. What's self.subject? Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, yes. R? That's better. Right, that was a missing letter. Okay. I'm expecting this, actually. Is it correct? Demi wrote, right, because it has no subject? Yes, it has no subject. So I suppose it should be dummy subject here. Do it. Nope. Hey, yes, that's more useful. And I would like also to test maybe the case where it's a reply. Yeah, I want to test whether when it's a reply, and it's a reply if I have in reply to. Yes, in reply to. I'm gonna try that again. Test schema and test schema reply. mlist is the same, message is going to be the same, except it is going to have, I don't care about the message ID hash actually, or do I? Nah. In reply to. Dummy 2. Right. And now it's a reply. And now this is probably going to be wrong. Am I interested in the string representation as well? Somehow. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I kind of am. Later. Or now. That's going to fail in both places. Ah, that's much better. That's the reply. And the other one is that's the thing that I'm getting. Yeah, I kind of don't like it. I'd much rather do something like this. That's much more readable to me, at least to me. Okay, my coverage has gone way up because I'm testing quite a few things that wasn't tested before. Let's see my coverage. Still not looking at the get archive dot. Oh, URL. Yeah, I should test that. No. Agent avatar don't really care that much, I think. Maybe I should. But I'm testing way more things now. Yeah. It's much more acceptable. And it fails yeah, that's expected. Okay. Assert none. Okay, the URL was none. How come I get none? My schema is saying what with regards to URLs? If archive that, oh yeah, I need an archive that, that's it. Yes, I need an archive that. Okay. That's on me. Perfect. Coverage is above 90. That's nice. Okay, let's clean up this mess. Okay, I think it's decent now. And I think I'm gonna stop that because it's almost 6 here. So, all right. So I'm gonna stop here, and I think it's pretty much ready to be packaged and pushed. So that's going to be a new version ready for the Rail9 version of Mailman, all working with Fedora Messaging. Good things ahead. All right, I'm gonna stop here. It was nice to have you all, and yeah, I'll do that again next week. Wait, am I going to? I think so. Yeah, I think so. All right. All right. It's all good. See you next week, and have fun, everyone. Bye bye.